A live look at Acrisure Bounce House in the heart of beautiful Orlando, Florida. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the UCF Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
UCF has a unique stadium, the Acrisure Bounce House. Florida tries to get this going loud and proud in Orlando. It opened in 2007. Nearly 50,000 fans pack it in to make sure that is loud and crazy for the Golden Knights. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Knights offense will have the football first. Bryson Washington, he has become a key piece of this offense. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's a give to Washington. Bring him down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So Texas Tech's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. Passed for more than 350 yards and 3 touchdowns in his last game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Lacey. Fires toward the end zone. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And that can be frustrating for a defense sometimes, man. You get the stop, you force the punt, and then your offense gives it right back. It's frustrating, but you've got to be able to handle those ebbs and flows, the roller coaster ride. When your offense puts you in a bad spot like they did here, you have to be able to answer.
Complete to the right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll go to the air. He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his target. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Washington. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The fake wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Quick give. It's Dickey. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking downfield, it's Lacy. Gonna let it fly. Pulls in the deep ball. Hits the crease. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so... When they have the football out in space, their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Comes down, it's Robinson.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
The Knights can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hits inside. It's Washington on the stop.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Knights will line up to punt it away. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. And he's brought down after a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Grabbed behind the line, it's Simmons. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, it's Danzy. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Right side, it's Dickey. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, it's Lacy. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. First play of the drive comes from the 22. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Sends it back in motion. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Trying to make one miss. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Sells to run, looking to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Finds his man, it's Simmons. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. On play action. Out wide left, it's Joyner.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. Sets his feet, it's Lacy. Turns it upfield.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He'll do it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Tells to run, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
2nd down, going to throw it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Selling the fake. Look out. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to Washington. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. Oh, he's got some space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Red Raiders, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Scanning the field, it's Lacey. Shoots it to the left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Motion from the wideout. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They booted away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. Running inside, it's Williams. Enough to move the chains. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the pocket, it's Lacey. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Straight ahead, it's Dickey. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Red Raiders trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Lacey. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The pick six, he takes it in. Touchdown, Knights.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sideline.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. The Red Raiders come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Shelton.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
At the 35, he's open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Left side is Coleman Williams. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion. Now 2nd and 2. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 2nd down to the air. Stepping to the right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start on the ground with Washington. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Knights will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? Out of bounds at the 13. Just a little bit more and he would have housed it. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. The run inside. It's sticky. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Play action on first down. Got his man. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Trying to get the corner. Quarterback keep. Pass to 6. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that in that explosive play, picking up the first.
They were all over it. The Knights are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. All kinds of room to the right. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Firing to the right, complete. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. The play fake. Immediately fires to the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to Washington. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Punt is in the air. Trying to get started. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, checking in from the Texas Tech sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating.
There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Red Raiders. Great job by the back on the option.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense option. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking for a man. It's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Had to force that one.
Hey, man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
The Knights right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The snap sets up to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Quick strike through the air for the score. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Washington. At the 30. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Right back to it. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Handoff again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Put 6 on the board. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. In the backfield, it's Robinson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. 2nd and long here. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Knights line up to punt it away.
Number 98 on to kick.
Looks it in. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll need a bunch on second down. Just feeds the running back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Out wide right, it's Simmons. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, it's Dickey. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. With the clock running, this should be the final play. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it,